Welcome, Class 9 students, to an insightful journey into the heart of India's health landscape. Today, we'll explore common health problems in India, a crucial topic in your biology curriculum. From basic understanding to advanced analysis, we'll uncover the challenges and solutions facing our nation's health. Get ready to learn about diseases, their causes, and how we can contribute to a healthier India. Let's begin our exploration through 4 levels of depth: easy, medium, hard, and hardest. Let's kick off with the basics. At the easy level, we'll define what common health problems are and categorize them simply. What exactly are common health problems? They're conditions that affect our physical or mental well-being. In India, these can be broadly divided into 2 main types. First, we have communicable diseases, which are those that can spread from one person to another, or from animals to humans. Think about how a cold spreads through the air, or how malaria is transmitted by mosquitoes. Examples include diarrhea, malaria, and tuberculosis. Second, there are non-communicable diseases, or NCDs. These don't spread from person to person. They're often linked to our lifestyle, genetics, or environmental factors. Common NCDs include diabetes, heart disease, and malnutrition. Understanding this basic difference is key to tackling health challenges. Diving deeper into specific examples, let's look at some prevalent communicable diseases. Diarrhea, for instance, is often caused by consuming contaminated food or water, leading to dehydration. Simple hygiene and clean water are vital for prevention. Malaria, a severe disease, is spread by mosquito bites and causes recurring fevers and chills. Mosquito control and using nets are crucial preventive measures. Tuberculosis, or TB, is a bacterial infection that primarily affects the lungs and spreads through the air when an infected person coughs. Vaccination and early detection are key to its control. Now, shifting to non-communicable problems, malnutrition is a significant concern, referring to a lack of proper nutrition. This can weaken the body and hinder growth. Heart diseases, on the other hand, are conditions affecting the heart, often linked to unhealthy diets, lack of exercise, and stress. Lastly, diabetes, where the body struggles to process sugar, is influenced by both genetics and lifestyle choices. A village with frequent diarrhea outbreaks clearly shows the impact of poor water and sanitation. Time to test your understanding of the easy level content. Here are 3 practice questions for you. First, define communicable and non-communicable diseases with 1 example each. Second, name 2 common communicable diseases found in India and their mode of transmission. And third, identify 2 common non-communicable problems in India and 1 factor contributing to each. Take a moment to think about these and recall what we've just learned. Ready to go a bit deeper? At the medium level, we'll explore the causes, impacts, and broader challenges of these health problems. Let's delve into the causes and impacts of communicable diseases. Waterborne diseases like diarrhea, cholera, and typhoid are a big concern, directly linked to consuming contaminated water or food. Poor sanitation is a major culprit here. Then we have vector-borne diseases such as malaria, dengue, and chikungunya, spread by vectors like mosquitoes. Stagnant water bodies are perfect breeding grounds for these. Airborne diseases, including tuberculosis and influenza, spread through respiratory droplets, with overcrowding increasing transmission risks. The impact of these diseases is huge: high rates of illness and death, especially among children and the elderly, and a significant strain on our healthcare system and economy. Now, let's turn our attention to non-communicable diseases and the role of lifestyle and environmental factors. Cardiovascular diseases, like heart attacks, are often driven by unhealthy diets, lack of physical activity, tobacco use, and stress. Type 2 diabetes is also prevalent, strongly linked to obesity and a sedentary lifestyle. Cancers, in their various forms, are influenced by factors like tobacco, alcohol, poor diet, and environmental pollutants. Chronic respiratory diseases, such as asthma, are frequently worsened by air pollution and smoking. The impact of NCDs is long-term, requiring continuous care, incurring significant costs for individuals and the nation, and reducing overall quality of life and productivity. Addressing these health problems comes with its own set of challenges. Access to healthcare is a major hurdle, with facilities unevenly distributed, especially in rural areas, and high out-of-pocket expenses. There's also a significant lack of awareness among the general public regarding disease prevention, hygiene, and healthy living. Inadequate sanitation and access to safe drinking water persist in many regions. Environmental factors like air and water pollution contribute significantly to respiratory and waterborne diseases. Furthermore, socioeconomic disparities, such as poverty and illiteracy, often lead to higher disease prevalence and poorer health outcomes. Recognizing these challenges is the first step towards finding solutions. Here are 5 practice questions to solidify your understanding of the medium-level content. First, explain how poor sanitation contributes to the spread of waterborne diseases. Second, list 3 common risk factors for non-communicable diseases in India. Third, describe one major challenge India faces in providing healthcare to its entire population. Fourth, name one government initiative aimed at improving public health and its primary focus. And fifth, how do vector-borne diseases like dengue spread, and what role does the environment play? Take your time to formulate your answers. Moving to the hard level, we'll analyze specific diseases, their prevalence, and connect health issues with broader socio-economic factors. At this level, we examine the epidemiological profile of major health issues. India still carries a substantial burden of communicable diseases like tuberculosis, accounting for a large percentage of global cases, and vector-borne diseases such as malaria and dengue. Simultaneously, the nation faces a rapid rise in non-communicable diseases like cardiovascular diseases and diabetes, creating a double burden of disease. Maternal and child health indicators, while improving, still show high rates of mortality and malnutrition, with anemia being a widespread deficiency. Mental health, though often overlooked, is a growing concern with limited access to care and significant social stigma. Understanding this complex picture is crucial for effective health planning. Controlling and eradicating diseases in India presents unique challenges. A critical threat is antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, particularly in TB, making treatments less effective due to antibiotic misuse. Our public health infrastructure often falls short, with shortages of trained professionals and diagnostic facilities, especially in remote areas. Rapid, unplanned urbanization contributes to overcrowding, poor waste management, and pollution, fostering disease transmission and NCD risks. Gaps in robust data collection and surveillance hinder accurate assessment and policy formulation. Lastly, low health literacy among the public often leads to poor health-seeking behaviors and non-adherence to preventive measures. Health outcomes are deeply intertwined with socio-economic factors. Poverty, for instance, directly limits access to nutritious food, clean water, sanitation, and healthcare, trapping individuals in a cycle of poor health. Education plays a vital role. Higher educational levels correlate with better health choices and resource access. Gender disparities also exist, with women and girls often facing greater health vulnerabilities due to socio-cultural factors and limited autonomy in health decisions. Workers in the informal sector often face occupational health hazards, leading to unreported and untreated illnesses. Furthermore, climate change exacerbates existing problems like heat stress and vector-borne disease expansion, while also introducing new health challenges. Let's tackle 7 challenging questions for the hard level. First, explain the concept of India's double burden of disease. Second, what is antimicrobial resistance, and why is it a significant challenge for public health in India? Third, discuss how urbanization contributes to both communicable and non-communicable disease burden. Fourth, elaborate on the link between poverty and health outcomes in India. Fifth, how does low health literacy impact disease prevention and management? Sixth, describe two ways technology is being utilized to improve healthcare access in rural India. And seventh, what are the major epidemiological challenges related to maternal and child health in India? Consider all aspects discussed. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll dive into competitive depth, public health policy, global comparisons, and the future outlook for health in India. At this advanced level, let's contextualize India's health situation within global metrics. India carries a disproportionately high burden of global diseases, holding the highest number of tuberculosis cases worldwide and grappling with a rapidly escalating incidence of NCDs. Our large young population, while a potential demographic dividend, simultaneously strains health systems to ensure their well-being and productivity. Despite significant improvements, India's infant mortality rate and maternal mortality ratio remain higher than many developed nations, pointing to persistent gaps in primary healthcare and nutrition. While life expectancy is rising, it still lags behind the global average. Furthermore, India's public health expenditure as a percentage of GDP is relatively low, leading to substantial out-of-pocket expenses for citizens, often pushing vulnerable families into poverty. Examining public health policy and infrastructure reveals critical gaps. The foundation of our health system, primary healthcare centers and subcenters, often suffer from inadequate staffing, equipment, and accessibility, particularly in remote and tribal areas. A stark urban-rural divide persists, with urban regions generally boasting better facilities and specialists. A severe shortage of doctors, nurses, and allied health professionals, coupled with their uneven distribution, profoundly impacts healthcare delivery nationwide. Ensuring consistent quality of care across both public and private sectors and regulating informal healthcare providers remains a complex policy challenge. Historically, the focus has been more on curative care, but a strategic shift towards stronger preventive and promotive health strategies is paramount for achieving sustainable long-term health gains. India confronts a unique and complex scenario, the dual burden of disease, where the nation simultaneously battles persistent communicable diseases and the rapidly rising epidemic of non-communicable diseases. This creates a challenging public health landscape. Many NCDs share common risk factors with infectious diseases. For instance, poor sanitation can lead to infections that weaken the body, exacerbating NCDs, or malnutrition can compromise immunity, making individuals more susceptible to infections. Policymakers face a significant dilemma in allocating finite resources effectively to combat both categories of diseases, necessitating integrated strategies rather than isolated approaches. This dual burden places immense strain on an already stretched healthcare system, demanding comprehensive care pathways that address both acute and chronic conditions. The societal and economic costs associated with managing both communicable disease outbreaks and chronic NCDs are substantial, significantly impacting national development and progress. The One Health approach is crucial for addressing emerging health threats. This concept acknowledges that human health is intricately connected to animal health and our shared environment. It calls for collaborative efforts across multiple disciplines. Many emerging infectious diseases, such as avian flu, Nipah, and COVID-19, are zoonotic, meaning they originate in animals and transmit to humans. The One Health framework is therefore critical for their prevention and control. Antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, is another prime example where a One Health approach is vital, as antibiotic use in humans, animals, and agriculture all contribute to the development of drug-resistant microbes. Environmental factors like climate change and deforestation disrupt ecological balances, increasing the risk of pathogens spilling over from animals to humans. implementing integrated surveillance systems across human, animal, and environmental health sectors is essential for early detection and rapid response. Ultimately, this approach demands strong intersectoral collaboration between public health, veterinary, agriculture, and environmental agencies to formulate effective policies. Here are your first 5 hardest level practice questions. Question 1. Analyze how India's low public health expenditure impacts its ability to address the dual burden of disease. Question 2. Discuss the One Health concept and explain its critical relevance in preventing future pandemics in India. Question 3. Evaluate the effectiveness of India's current primary healthcare infrastructure in achieving universal health coverage. Question 4. What are the long-term socio-economic consequences of the rising NCD burden on India's demographic dividend? And question 5. How does climate change interact with existing health problems in India, and what policy responses are needed? Think deeply about these complex issues. Continuing with your hardest level challenge, here are questions 6 through 10. Question 6. Examine the challenges and opportunities for leveraging digital health technologies to bridge the urban-rural healthcare divide in India. Question 7. Discuss the ethical and practical implications of antimicrobial resistance in India, including strategies for mitigation. Question 8. How can intersectoral collaboration, beyond just health ministries, strengthen India's response to zoonotic diseases? Question 9. Analyze the role of health literacy and community participation in the success of national health programs in India. And finally, question 10. Propose comprehensive policy recommendations to address the persistent issues of maternal and child malnutrition in India, considering both health and socio-economic factors. These questions require a thorough understanding of the topic. And that concludes our in-depth exploration of common health problems in India. We've journeyed from basic definitions to complex policy challenges, understanding the intricate web of factors influencing our nation's health. Remember, staying informed and adopting healthy practices are key to building a healthier future for all. For more such engaging and comprehensive educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and new lessons. Your learning journey is important, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for joining us.